Rekkles is back on Fnatic. There's something I thought I would never say. One of the most recognizable faces in League of Legends has returned to the team that made him and arguably he made. They've both been through a lot since they split ways 2 years ago. So why has this happened? Is it actually a good idea? And together, can they now achieve their former glory? Alright, there's a brand new year coming up, which might mean you're thinking about refreshing your wardrobe, creating a new you for 2023. Well, let me recommend to you our brand new merch line. We've got a whole bunch of new items on there. My personal favorite is the Touch Grass hoodie, which now also comes in black and ivory. If that sounds like your sort of thing, you can check it out using the link in the description below. So, for the better part of 8 years, between 2012 and 2020, Rekkles was the face of Fnatic's League of Legends team. Through the many highs and lows, he was the beating heart for the fans, a talisman for the org, the man in black and orange. Rekkles and Fnatic seemed inseparable. Together, they dominated early European League. Out of the first 6 splits in the EU LCS, Fnatic won 5 of them. And apart from a brief stint with Elements in 2015, Rekkles was there for every part of that success. In 2016, G2 knocked Fnatic off their throne, kickstarting the greatest rivalry the region has ever seen. And although G2 came to be regarded as the European #1, Fnatic and Rekkles still had their moments in the sun. Most memorably, when they made it all the way to the grand final of Worlds 2018. Now, despite losing that series, Fnatic had still made it to a Worlds final, something that Western teams have only ever managed to do on 2 other occasions. Rekkles stayed with Fnatic for another 2 more years, but the team always seemed to fall short to G2 domestically. And that's why it was incredibly shocking when Rekkles chose to join the proverbial enemy by signing with G2 in November 2020 after 8 years with Fnatic. Now, at the time, this looked like G2 signing one of the region's greatest ever AD carries and taking away a huge weapon from their rivals in the process. But Rekkles and G2 just didn't seem to click. Summer 2021 saw G2 finish in 4th place, their worst finish in 3 years, and it meant the team wouldn't attend Worlds for only the 2nd time since the org qualified for the EU LCS. To a lot of people's surprise, Rekkles was benched, and according to him, this meant he was earning just 6% of his normal wage, as stipulated in his contract with G2.
So I understood that part of the contract fully, but I was just naive to believe that they wouldn't f me over. They f me over, they put me here, which is why I really needed to get the f out of there, because if I stayed, I would get no money and I wouldn't be able to play. I would just sit and wait 2 years. So I had to get out. He
said he wanted to move to another LEC team, but that G2 made his buyout price too high and only lowered it when other teams had filled up their rosters during the offseason. So at this point, according to Rekkles, it sounded like he didn't really have many options. People speculated about what his next move could be, but not many could have predicted what happened. Rekkles made a move to the LFL team Carmine Corp, a French team that had taken Tier 2 European League by storm after winning back-to-back European Masters and the LFL Spring Championship. It was a move that even saw Netflix France wishing him a warm welcome to his new team. The team had made a name for themselves as having one of the most passionate fan bases in Europe, and one thing was immediately clear on the arrival of Rekkles: they f***ing loved him. Rekkles and K-Corp seemed to click from day one. They both wanted the same thing, to be in the LEC. And Rekkles hit the ground running with them by winning the European Masters Spring Split.
Carmine Corp say to LELC, you are just another brick in the wall, and that wall is blue as Carmine Corp become the first ever 3P champions.
All things considered, it was by no means a bad year for Rekkles, especially given his previous situation. But in October this year, the org's co-owner announced that the team had not been able to secure a spot in the LEC for 2023. Rekkles had spoken before about how happy and comfortable he was with K-Corp, but at the same time, it was clear that he really wanted to be back in the LEC. And last month, rumors began to swirl that Rekkles and Fnatic were going to be reunited once again, especially when Rekkles himself said he was back. Now, there was no specific mention of being back on Fnatic there, but people read between the lines. Confirmation finally came last week from both Rekkles and Fnatic, who released an announcement video worthy of the fans' excitement at the return of their king.
Join the alliance today. I'm gonna join the alliance right now. Right now. We go like Fnatic.
Good to be back.
The new lineup will see Rekkles paired up with Rux as support, alongside Razork in the jungle, Humanoid in mid, and former G2 teammate Wonder in the top lane. And the fans didn't have to wait too long at all to see Rekkles in this new Fnatic lineup, as the team took down Koi last weekend in a pre-LEC show match in Madrid.
Oh, here we go, baby, here we go, Rekkles, we're gonna auto attacks him, bang, 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 bang.
It's all quite surreal seeing Rekkles back in the black and orange of a Fnatic jersey, but we have been here before. This is technically his 5th stint with the org over the last 10 years, something Fnatic themselves were quick to meme on. But will things be different this time? Of course, he spent a year out of the LEC and 2 years apart from Fnatic. It's not a certainty that he'll just slot back in like nothing happened at all. But if there's one person who believes in Rekkles, it's Rekkles. When he was asked on stream recently why he left Fnatic in the first place, he admitted that he did have regrets, but seemed adamant that he could reach his former glory.
But there's nothing I can do with that feeling. Like, sitting here and feeling sorry for myself is not gonna help anything. So I'm not gonna do that. What I'm gonna do is get myself out of this situation and smash it, okay? Like, I know not everyone believes in me, but I believe in myself, and I have done it before. I can do it again. Like, I will do it again. It's a matter of time. It's not a matter of if I can or not. It's just a matter of time.
It's been a wild couple of years for Rekkles. He left Fnatic, joined their enemy in G2, got benched, fell out with their owner, left to play for a wildly popular Tier 2 French team, and now he's back where it all started. He has his regrets about what has happened. He's admitted that leaving Fnatic was a mistake, but he returns to the team now to rectify that with some hard-earned lessons under his belt, ready to continue where he left off.
How was the concert last night?
It was good. It was good. It was a real pain trying to get there. The train got cancelled, so ended up having to get lifts from my dad. It was very kind of him. This can't be for N-board, by the way. This is the most depressing N-board ever. Me talking about public transport. What do you think of public transport? Let me know in the comments section. Big fan? Not a fan of it? Let me know. There you go. That's the N-board.